He goes, you ever played baseball? I said, 12 years. He goes, you got the job.
Your work has to be fun.
Would you audition for this role?
Yeah, of course. Of course,
I'm coming there. Right now. Ladies and gentlemen.
Wait,
Jeff
now?
is now.
Rise and shine.
It's espresso time.
Hey, it's Evan Carmichael, and I am not a morning person, but when you start your day with an inspiring morning routine that gets you going, like maybe watch one of these videos, it will change your life. So let's start your day off right together. Grab your coffee, know that I believe in you, and get ready for a shot of espresso from Matthew McConaughey.
I wake up every morning.
Espresso, keep me going.
I wake up every morning.
So even with these movies under your belt, you came out to LA and you were still thinking it was going to be for PA work.
I still thought it was going to be PA work. I mean, I didn't know. It was still, I was believing more. I mean, I sure did like what I was doing, and I had people, and I couldn't, you know, honestly, at that time, the $320 I was getting, I was like, is this legal? Because it was so much fun, and I was really looking over my shoulder going. and I kept getting invited back. And then I'd have people come up and go, hey man, you're good at this. And I was like, well, thanks, because it sure is fun. So I really didn't know. I guess secretly, if I look back and I look at my diaries, there was hope underlying, but I was still like, I need to go out and get a job. And if I can pursue acting on the side, I'd get a PA job, get in the storytelling business behind the camera, and let's see. And then another funny thing happened. That first audition when I got out here was for a casting director named Hank McCann. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It was for a film called Boys on the Side. And I went and read, and he goes, I think you did really good. I'll have you for a callback sometime later. I went off from there. I get called in for a baseball film, Angels in the Outfield. I walk in the door. There's a bunch of funny peculiarities about how the hell I got to be standing here today. I walk in the door, it was backlit. I remember I had an American cap on. It was on Warner Brothers Light. I open up the door, it was backlit in the afternoon. Producer's sitting on the couch. He looks up and goes, hey, look at you. The all-American kid. He goes, you ever played baseball? I said, 12 years. He goes, you got the job. So they pay me Schedule F, $48,500 to go play baseball for 11 weeks in Oakland. Again, I'm going, what is this business? But it happened, and during that, I got called back to read for Herbert Ross for Boys on the Side and got that role, and so that Coen Brothers film that got pushed, that PA job that I would have taken if it was there, never happened, and I haven't PA'd since.
Your work has to be fun. This is something that we don't talk enough about, that your work actually has to be fun. You have to enjoy the idea of showing up to work. And I think we've heard so many times, follow your passion, follow your bliss, serve, help. We've heard that ad nauseum, and it's true, and it's the number one rule for success. You have to love what you're doing. You have to feel connected to it. If it's just a strategy for you, you're gonna lose. Over and over and over and over and over again, right? From actors to athletes to entrepreneurs, you have to love the work, the process. But what we don't talk enough about is, it should be fun. It's not just loving the thrill, the excitement, but actually having fun doing a thing. I challenge you to think about your own life right now. Think about how you're spending your time. Audit how you spend your day. Audit today. It may be morning, maybe audit yesterday. But audit how you spent yesterday. Did you have fun? Was the work actually fun? It might be purposeful and mission driven, and that's great, but was it fun? And if not, how can you inject more fun? And fun is a very unique thing. What's fun to you may not be fun to me, and vice versa. But what is fun to you, and how can you inject that into your daily life? I think it's a really important conversation to start having, because if you are doing something that's heart-centric, that fills your purpose, that you're trying to serve, and you have fun doing it, it's way easier to stay committed. It's way easier to get up and do something that is fun for you. From a basic morning routine like working out, right? From going to the gym, if that's not fun for you, to doing something that is more fun? Like, is it more fun? So for me, this morning, I worked out on my trampoline while watching a top 10 video. That's my morning workout. I watch a top 10. Every time a rule changes, I switch between bouncing and running on the spot, and the time flies. It becomes fun. I get to learn. So I learn from somebody and I'm working out, versus going to the gym by myself is not very fun. So if you made physical activity more fun, you would be more likely to stick to it. Part of the reason why we don't do it enough is because it's not fun. It hurts, it burns, it sucks, it's not fun, and you can discipline yourself through it. And that is a strategy, but you can only force yourself to do something that you hate for so long, where if you actually are having fun doing it, you're just way more likely to stay consistent. Why are you more likely to stay consistent when it's with somebody? Well, because you don't want to let them down, but it can also be more fun with somebody. So earlier today, I was on a Clubhouse. I was doing a Clubhouse with my friend, Mark Drager, and somebody came in and asked me a question to say, I'm struggling with procrastination. I'm struggling with doing too many things. I'm not sure that I like them. What time management strategies do you have so I can get stuff done? I said, the problem is not time management. The problem is you don't love the thing. The problem is you're not passionate about it. The problem is you don't actually want to do it. You're asking the wrong question. Instead of trying to force yourself to do all these things, you're working on so many different ideas and you don't love any of them. That's the problem. The problem is you have to fix your love for it. I was on the Clubhouse because I love being there, because I wanted to support my friend Mark. I did a presentation this morning, just before this, to what? How many people signed up? 1,600 people or so, based out of South Africa, helping them be thought leaders, escape the 9-to-5, turn their ideas into an income. And I was an hour and 20 minutes away from speaking, and I'm adjusting my slides, and I go to Mark's Clubhouse because it's fun, because I want to support him, but it's fun. I thought, you know what, as my background soundtrack while I'm working on my slides, I'm going to tune in to Mark's show. And people kept asking me questions, so I chime in every now and then. I'm doing both things. I wake up, it's YouTube day. I'm excited to film videos for you. I'm excited to get on Clubhouse and help my friend Mark. I'm excited to do this presentation in front of 1,600 entrepreneurs who want to change the world and get their message out there and are heart driven. You know, I'm excited for all of these things, and I'm fighting for time. I'm fighting to put stuff into my calendar because there's so many fun things that I want to do. And so that's where the adjustment needs to be made. If you procrastinate on something, it's because you're afraid of it, or you just really don't want to do it. The problem is not a time management issue. The problem is you're in the wrong energy zone. It's just not fun for you to do it. And so I really want you to think about your calendar ahead for today. Look at what's on your calendar today. How much of it is already by default fun? So how much of it is you're hanging out with somebody who's fun, you're talking to a client who's fun, it's somebody on your team is fun, you're working on a project that's fun. How much of it is genuinely fun for you, that's already built in? And then for the ones that aren't, how can you inject more fun into it? Because even just having the thought, I want to have more fun with this, even just having that as an intention, you know what's going to happen? You're going to have more fun. When I did my presentation today, I made a few mistakes. We were using a new software that I hadn't used before, and I just had fun with it. You know, if I flubbed on something, then great, you just keep going and you laugh at it. And the comment from the organizer was, and these people put on giant events, thousands of people every time, multiple times per year, and the feedback that I got instantly is, thank you so much for coming on. And they have big name speakers coming on. You got Les Brown and Jack Canfield and Deepak Chopra and all these big names that are speaking in me. And she wrote to me immediately after the session to say, you are our most authentic speaker. And that's huge praise considering who else is speaking at these events. But how do you be authentic, right? That's the buzzword going around. How do you be authentic in your content, in your products, in your services, in your communication, your emails, your social media? How can you be authentic? How can you be vulnerable? Well, a lot of it is actually having fun. If you are genuinely having fun doing a thing, you're gonna show up more authentic. And I have my own kind of geeky, goofy, fun style that I try to lean into. And big shout out to Brendan Bouchard for helping with this. I spoke at 2 of Brendan's events back to back, one in Arizona and one in Puerto Rico. And after the second one, he said, man, you've made so much progress between the 2 events. You were so goofy on stage. It's like, okay, never lose that. Like never lose that, and just trying to be serious and trying to be professional, because that goofiness is a strength of yours and it connects people to you. So I'm trying to keep that in the back of my head as well. And so if you want to win in whatever you're doing, you want to win in business, you want to win in your personal relationships, you want to win in life, I think a key ingredient is, yes, you have to love what you're doing. That's a given, but I still don't think we talk enough about how to have more fun. So I'd love to know from you, and you can put that in the comments below, what are you gonna do to have fun today? How can you, with purpose, inject a little more fun, whether it's something you're gonna do by yourself, whether it's something you're gonna do for yourself, whether it's something you're gonna do with somebody, whether it's something you're gonna do for somebody. What could you do today to have a little bit more fun? If you showed up every day and you knew that today was gonna be fun versus dread, you're gonna have a much better life. You get much better results too. Now I've got a really special bonus cup that I think you're gonna enjoy. But before that, it's time for the question of the day. I wanna know, what was your single biggest takeaway from this video and your plan of action for the next week? When you watch a video and just get motivated, the sign says you have a 35% chance of actually doing something. And that's terrible. I want you to get to a greater number. When you actually create a plan, you get motivated, you have a plan, you have a 91% chance of following through. And when you have a plan, you get motivated to plan and you commit to somebody else, you have a 95% chance of following through. So I want to celebrate you. I want to know your single biggest takeaway, and write down in the comments below your plan of action for the next week so you can follow through and we can celebrate with you too. Also, if you want to have more self-love and self-belief, check out my 254 series. The sign says it can take up to 254 days of consecutive action to build a habit. So if you want to build your self-belief, I've designed a free program where I will send you a video every day for free. The link to join is in the description below.
My call time is at 7. Then you back your clock up 4 hours, and then that's when I get up.
The way to improve lives is to continually improve yourself.
Zoya, would you cast him in a film?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I would.
And give him a speaking line?
I would have.
Yeah, and have to be pivotal.
Pivotal.
I don't want to end up on the cutting room floor.
Would you audition for this role?
Yeah, of course. Of course,
I'm coming there. Right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait,
Jeff
now?
Is now.
You want me to audition now?
Time, Jeff, time. We don't have time. We have to audition now.
Okay, now I'm intimidated.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all, okay. So the line is a film her brother directed, I acted in.
Okay.
And because you're so busy, and we're extremely thankful, all of us, including me and Zoya, everyone backstage, for giving us your valuable time. It is impossible to get a gentleman like this, who's so inspiring, so wonderful, telling us such nice anecdotes from his life, and talking about business, and to young entrepreneurs and all the youngsters who are listening to this. Because his time is so precious, it's difficult to catch him. The line is, in Hindi.
Oh, no.
Say after me.
In Hindi?
Yeah, this is the alien language you have to speak in.
All right.
And we'll put the universal thingy on you. So it is. Jeff ko. Pakarna. Mushkil nahin. I have the same accent as him, huh? Mushkil nahin. Namumkin hai. Okay, make it universal. Universal. Impossible hai.
Impossible hai.
Absolutely, guys. Jeff Bezos.
If you want to see my recent one-on-one with Matthew McConaughey, check out my interview right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.
Sometimes it's not about what decision you make, just make one and commit to it. Self-determination and fate, intentionality and trust. I mean, it's always a balance of those two.